Okay. All right. Well, welcome everyone. This is our Sunday night team huddle, and my name is Missy Hydes. I am your national vice president with Arbonne, and it is December 15th, right? Is that the right date? Yes, it is December 15th, 2019. It's hard to believe that we only have, gosh, a couple more huddles before we end this year, this decade. It's hard to believe. It is fun kind of having a new decade. For most of us, this is like we were probably a lot littler when the last decade flipped over. So now we're more like full-fledged adults when this decade is coming. So lots of fun and just excited about all the things that are going on in the team, all the things that are going on in Arbonne. And so if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to put in the chat box where you are calling in from or joining us from. I think it's always fun to see where we have team all over. But then two, you also might find that there's somebody in an area where maybe it's close to you and you didn't know that there was somebody that you could connect with, or maybe if you look on that list, there's somebody on the team that's close to a prospect or close to a friend that you've been sharing Arbonne with. And, we can kind of work together to just collaborate so that we can really just encourage one another, partner with one another, even if it's within those sidelines. I think that that's always super, super valuable. So there's a couple things that we are going to cover tonight as we are looking to close out this month, but then also looking to start 2020, January, a whole new year, a whole new season. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about tonight, and if you've got questions, put them in the chat and then you can unmute at the end and we'll talk about those. But I posted, I guess it was yesterday, maybe Friday, that we are running for the first time a 5-night workshop. Okay, and so if you have maybe noticed, we haven't done any virtual events this month. We normally have our virtual events on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern time. But this is something that the leadership team decided that we wanted to really just try out, test out, and see how it goes. I am excited about the content. It's really going to be information and education based. It's not going to be sales based. Okay, so like the first night, tomorrow night, when I talk about basic things that people can do right now to start improving their health, I'm going to talk about just some simple ways that they can like reduce their sugar. I'm going to talk about some simple things about how they can get their gut a little bit healthier. Nothing extreme, nothing crazy. I'm not even going to probably mention 30 days healthy living. I'm going to talk about setting some boundaries and like having just some good like personal care in that way, because I think this is a time of year, and then as we get into January, where people can just like be saying yes to things that they don't need to be saying yes to, or they can continue bad habits of like every time our family gets together, it always ends in like a fight or different things like that. It's just kind of giving people some really practical ideas so that we can help them live well and have like whole living, not just, hey, we want to come in like kind of spew Arbonne products all over you. Okay, so one of the things that my job is I'm going to bring the content, and I'm going to help with the leadership team to provide the giveaways, all those kinds of things. What your job is your job is to invite people, and your job is to be on live. Okay, because whenever there's more people on live commenting and interacting, it just gives much better energy to the whole event, I guess. So the goal is that I will be on every night this week, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is 7 p.m. Central time. This is a little bit earlier than we've done our virtuals before. And I understand that there can be the thought of like, well, let's wait till people are kind of like settled in for the night, kids are in bed, home from activities. But at the same time, that can be also the time of night where it's like you're just trying to wrap stuff up, head to bed, because most people get up pretty early in the morning. So we're going to try this a little bit early. There might be a night or two where I have to adjust the time, but I will make an announcement on that earlier in that day. Okay. And the reason would be is like Wednesday night, my kids have a Christmas program at church. So I think that they'll be done by like 8 o'clock, and I can find a quiet room in the church to go live, but it might have to be a little bit later, or I might do it a little earlier in the day. Okay. You all commenting, you guys adding your own thoughts, things like that is always helpful on that. We are going to be doing, like I said, a giveaway every night. And there's also going to be some homework for people, okay? And that's going to be really basic, like super basic, super simple, nothing crazy that they have to do, but we just want people to take some action steps. So the workshop is going to be, tomorrow will be our first night, Monday night, and then it'll be every night this week, okay? These are going to be held in our Life by Design virtual Facebook group. So if you're new on the team or newer on the team and you're not currently in that group, ask your sponsor to add you to that group. There's about 620 people in that group so far. What was I going to say? So it's not going to be in this group page. It's going to be in one that is designed for people we've wanted to share the products with, the business with, preferred clients of ours, friends, family, things like that. That's who's all in that group. Okay. When you're inviting people and they say, yeah, you can definitely add me to the group, tell them that that's so awesome, you're excited for them. You might want to consider personally incentivizing them or rewarding them for watching all 5 nights. Again, that's totally up to you with your own budget and your business goals and what you have. A personal reach out is always going to be the most effective, letting people know why you thought of them, why you wanted to invite them, just letting them know that you think that they're going to get a lot of value from the content that's going to be shared. Okay. And it's just I think it can be a really great way to create conversation. I'm going to make a post tomorrow with some more tips, and then also how to follow up with people after they've participated in the live, like beforehand, maybe 15 minutes before we go live, tagging them, reminding them, sending them a personal message, and then afterwards following up and not asking for any sort of order, but just asking and creating conversation like you would with a friend, like you both maybe watch something and really got a lot of value. My hope is that people will feel like what they get out of these next 5 nights will have more valuable content than the last thing that they paid for, as in regards to like a health, like a wellness seminar, maybe at their chiropractor's office or something like that, where they'll just feel like, gosh, that was really good content and that was really helpful information to help me move one step closer to the goals that I have for myself or my family. Okay. So if you have questions on that, please put that in the chat and I will answer those. But yes, they are this week starting tomorrow night. Okay. So when they say that, yes, they want to attend the workshop this week, you'll add them to that private Facebook group. And they're going to be around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. That is kind of my target time. But I am going to let myself be flexible if I need to based on my family schedule this week. But at this point, I think Wednesday night is the only night that is going to have some conflict with it. Okay. So that's the first thing that I wanted to share with you guys, because I do think that it can be something that can be really valuable. And I'm just excited to try out something new with the team and see how it goes. The second thing is the Nutrition ASVP promotion that Arbonne just launched on Saturday. Who loves that? I think that bag is so cute. When I saw that, I was like just so happy. There were several reasons that this promotion, I just think is so awesome. Is that one, Arbonne is providing us something as the consultants in the field to share with people. And they are the ones that are generously giving the bag and giving the free gift and obviously the free shipping that comes with it. But to understand the value that they're creating for us, I don't want us to take this for granted, because we aren't having to come up with a special in the middle of December when we can feel like there can be a lull in our business. Arbonne is providing this for us. Our job is simply to go tell people that there's new news, that there's good news. And it also is just obviously in line with people's desires for the new year to create some new healthy habits, and whether resolutions are going to be the thing that keep people's feet to the fire for the new year, probably not. But this will start to give them some healthy habits. And so many people are looking for ways to look better, feel better, get rid of all the aches, pains, indigestions, all those things. And so I love that Arbonne is saying, hey, we not only have this package of products that are incredible and you can get at a discount, but we're throwing in a free gym bag, which is awesome. And anytime Arbonne does bags or gifts, if you've gotten the satin pillowcase, like, they're always really well done. It's not like junky stuff that they're sending out to people. It's always really well done. And then they're adding the skincare line, the wash, into this program and deal. And why they're doing that is because they're trying to help you as the consultant bridge your clients and move them just from nutrition clients to being nutrition clients and skincare clients, and helping people do what we say, Arbonnize their home. Okay, because a lot of people in Arbonne have a lot of nutrition clients, but those nutrition clients aren't using the skincare. But then also vice versa, there's a lot of skincare users, but they're not maybe using the nutrition. And so it's just a beautiful way for Arbonne to really introduce a nutrition user to the skincare line. One thing that you might want to consider, again, this is all based on your own goals, budget, things like that, is you might want to consider adding in one of the brand new masks to any of your clients who get the nutrition blockbuster ASVP, and just say, hey, I just want to say thanks. Hey, I'm just so grateful that you're investing in your health as we kick off the new year. And I know you're gonna love the wash, and this new mask is just such an incredible product. So I'm throwing that in as well for free. Or you might say for your first 5 takers of the set that you'll add a mask for them for free, because your cost or adding it to is very minimal. And it's just a one-time mask add-on feature or gift that you can be giving them. Okay. So what I want you to each think about is how many of those sets do you want to sell? Okay. Because I think it's always helpful to have a goal in mind, so that it gives you something to be working towards. How many people do you want to help get in shape and start to feel healthy and just really transform their lives starting in January? So set that goal. You might want to set that goal based on how much money you want to make, because for every nutrition set, as just a consultant, so you don't even have to be a manager to get any of the extra commissions, but as a new consultant or a consultant, you'll make about $50 on every one of those sets that you sell. So if you're like, I'd love to see my paycheck at $300 this month, then you are going to go and find 6 people to purchase that set. Or you might find 3 people to purchase that set, and then each one of those people will find a buddy or a partner who would purchase the set as well themselves. And so then you can get your 6. You might set your goal based on your next, if you're in qualification for district, how many sets do you need to move to complete your district promotion? How many sets do you need to move to hit your bonus or to qualify for the next management level, wherever you're at in your business? Okay, so I would really, like you to decide tonight before you go to bed how many sets you're committing to selling for yourself by the end of the month. And then share that with one person, share that with your upline, share that with your sponsor, because that accountability helps every single time. Okay, so with that, when I had told you guys, I think last week, that the promotion that was coming out was going to help segue us into, some of our plans kicking off the new year. We do have a nutrition group, 30-day group that's starting tomorrow. The group that I'm leading right now, the group that's going to get started, they're always a little bit smaller because it's just hard for a lot of people in the heartbeat of the holiday season to really embrace the idea of eliminating things, adding in a new nutrition program. But we have a January 6th group that is going to be kicking off. It's Monday, January 6th. And that is always a really large group. And we want that group to be our biggest group that we've ever done before. So the leadership team, we had our planning meeting this last week. And we just have some fun ideas. They are not fully solidified yet, but we wanted you guys to know that we're working on some fun ideas for that January 6th group. We are looking at adding a prize component, whether that is somebody earns some cash, maybe somebody earns a big basket of products, some different things like that, or some gift cards. We are looking at creating a buddy system where whoever participates in the 30-day program with us in January, they either find a person to do the 30-day challenge with them, or we will buddy them up with another participant if they don't have somebody, okay? And we don't, again, have all the details worked out on that, but just know that when you're sharing it with people, when you're asking them to take a look, to consider it, to sample some products so that they can, make their decision to purchase their ASVP, their nutrition kit, that we really do want to create just an incredible experience for people in this January 6th group so that we can set them up for a really successful habits. That's really, we're trying to create habits in people. We're trying to create lifestyle in people. We're not necessarily looking just for a one-time 30-day go crazy and then go back to everything, bad and horrible that you were doing before at the end of those 30 days. So I want you to be thinking about who can you invite, who can you reach out to, who can you ask again to consider doing this 30-day program with you? Who do you know that knows people that they could be asking for you, right? Just kind of always be thinking in terms of networks, not just who do I know, but who do you know that already has influence in like fitness groups. So I participate in a yoga class about 2 times a week. It's actually at a really large church here in the city, but the groups are geared towards the community, right? So the people that are leading those groups, they have influence with lots of people already in fitness or wellness. Think about your chiropractors, think about your personal trainers, think about the people that you know that volunteer or get paid $8 an hour or whatever to lead a Pure Barre class or a cycle bar class. Think of those different kinds of people because those people represent markets. And just have really genuine, honest conversations and say, hey, I'm really excited about this program. I'm looking to share this with people. I know you teach, a bar class every Tuesday night. Are there some people in that group that you just know, like they're looking for some just better nutrition options, or they're looking for, some help just feeling better? They've got like the fitness component kind of covered, but they have questions, or people that want to eliminate or reduce dairy or gluten or sugar or things like that, would you be willing to connect me up with them? Would you be willing to refer me to them? So those can just be some ways that you can kind of think outside the box as you're thinking about who do I know, and who do I know that knows people that can help network into this program. And then the last thing is I would really recommend that you participate yourself. If you have never done a complete full 30 days to healthy living program, and you have like a before picture and an after picture, and you kind of have a testimony or an experience, I would definitely recommend that you be part of this group as a fully participating participant. Okay, and find some people to do it with you. If you have done it, but it's been maybe a year or two, or you're just like, oh my gosh, I know how to do this program, but I have not only fallen off the wagon in the last 90 days, but I have like intentionally jumped off the wagon, and I'm eating like Sour Patch Kid candy for breakfast, right? Like, I'm speaking from experience. If you just know you need to reset, then you need to participate in this as well, because whether you realize it or not, you are the very best face and advertisement for your business. You can post 100 before and after pictures of random people that your market doesn't even know if those are real people. They don't even really know if those are real pictures, right? Because we have so many filters and Photoshop things that you can do to pictures these days, that those people don't impact their decision making. They don't spur them to really look into this. But your personal testimony, your personal walk with these products, and your own personal health journey is what will really inspire people to be a part of this. Like, I posted in my story some of the pictures of the new products, of the nutrition products, and I coach one of my daughters. She's in first grade. I coach her little basketball team, and one of the moms that I just met, probably within the last 3 weeks, sent me a message, on Facebook Messenger, and she was just like, "Hey, how much is that set?" And I know that a reason that she did that is because they see me as a mom who is 30 weeks pregnant, still running up and down the floor with the kids during the basketball games. Like, I'm getting up and down. I was running on the floor yesterday during the game, and they see someone who is living a healthy lifestyle. Is it perfect? No. Do I sometimes eat Sour Patch Kids at breakfast times? Sure. But they know from the example of my life that I can teach them how to do this, and that my life is in congruence with what I'm sharing with other people. Okay. And so this isn't a place of like judging anybody. This isn't a place for you to be critical of yourself. It's just a place to understand that you are the very best face for your own business. Okay. So that goes with the skincare, it goes with the nutrition, all of those things. Okay. So that's what I wanted to cover on the January 6th group. If any of the leaders have any comments or anything you guys want to add about any of those things that we talked about at the end, please definitely do that. And then the last thing that I really wanted to talk about was really, I know it's like the last thing, but it's kind of two things within one thing. And it's about owning your business. Okay. You are a business owner. You are an entrepreneur. And this is not a business that required you to invest thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't have a storefront to open. You don't have employees to make sure that they're getting a paycheck on Friday. Okay, right? So there's a lot of traditional business ownership and entrepreneurship that we are spared through this beautiful version of network marketing, of social network marketing. But on the flip side, you are still a business owner. And so there are really two things that I want to just drop in your ears so you can kind of think about it, process it, and really decide, because you are an independent consultant, how you want these next 2.5 weeks to look. Okay. My first recommendation is that you want to be giving your very best to your business this week. Okay. Today is the 15th. I think I said, yes, it's the 15th. So tomorrow is going to be the 16th. And really, between now and the 21st, 22nd of the month, of this month, this next week, this is a time that I'm going to ask you to really prioritize your business, to really do the daily method of success where you're reaching out to people, where you're being consistent with the work and you're not getting kind of tossed to and fro in the quote unquote hustle and bustle of the season. Okay. Because yes, it is a busy season. I'm not denying that on any level, but tonight I was in the car with my 7th grader and she said something like, they have 5 days of school left. And she said something like, oh, it's just going to be a long week. It's so busy. And I said, Mags, I said, it's a mindset. And I said, your mindset is going to determine whether this is a quick week, an awesome week, a short week, a fun week, full of stuff, or your mindset is going to determine that this is a long week, it's a busy week, it's like, right? And it's the same for every one of us. And you can look at this next 7 to 8 days of your business and think, oh, it's like, got so many things and it's so busy and I don't have time for my business and it's going to be kind of a weird time to get in touch with people or ask people to meet for coffee. Or you can take the position of, oh my gosh, this is an awesome week. And Christmas, let's be honest, is really 1 to maybe 3 days of the entire month. Okay, I know people like to think it's like 30 days of celebrations, but it is not. And we need to be mindful of that. I reached out to a gal I've been following up with, and guess what? Her and I are having lunch tomorrow. She works in a department store. Is there a better time for her to realize I probably need to make a change in my life? No. So she was more than happy for me to say, hey, I'd love to treat you for lunch tomorrow before you go in for your 12-hour shift at the mall. And she's like, you're so sweet. That sounds awesome. I'd love to get together. Okay. I've got another gal that I'm working to meet with on Thursday and Friday. Guess what? Everybody's busy. We're all busy. But the mindset that you take into it, and the reason why I'm saying this week is what you invest into your business with commitment and focus and effort is what you get to reap the 26th to the 31st. You might not see a lot of fruit. You might not see a lot of response from people this week when you're reaching out. But if you will be proactive and diligent and disciplined to work this week, that's who you then get to follow up with on the 26th to the 31st, when a lot of people are just kind of laying around, hanging out, vegging out with their families. That's going to be a great time if they don't get to be on live this week with the workshop, that you can circle back to them. That was one of the ideas the leadership team had, is that we're going to run it this week. We realize it's a week where people have lots of activities, lots of events going on, but they'll be there for people that can participate. And then they're also going to be there for you to follow up with people in that window of the 26th to the 31st to be watching, whether they are just hanging out in their jammies or taking down the Christmas tree or, on break from work, right? So just realize that what we do now is many times what we are reaping or harvesting a week later, a month later, 90 days later. Okay. And then the last point that I want to say in regards to being this entrepreneur is a little bit more in regards to what this can look like around the 26th and then on the 30th and the 31st. I am a business owner. I'm a business owner of a multi-million-dollar business. I love this business, and I understand that there are times that I work when other people don't work, so I get off time when a lot of other people are working. But then there's other times where I am going to work when lots of other people aren't working, okay? And one of those times is the 30th and the 31st of December. I have always worked on New Year's Eve night. That's not to say I haven't gone to New Year's Eve parties. It's not to say we haven't had people over or we've done things. We're typically actually in North Dakota, hanging out with my family. But just know, and it's totally your choice. If you're like, I'm not in a place with my business where I want to be working on New Year's Eve, you don't have to. You can work your business until, say, noon on the 31st, or you can close up shop on the 30th. But I am going to tell you that if you do have bigger goals or you really want to see your business push forward, it's more than likely going to require you to work on the 31st of this month. Okay. So just make sure that you have some conversation with your spouses, with your family, with your friends, to let them know, like, this is the season that I'm in. We've got 2 gals on the team that are working to promote your region. They're going to be working on the night of the 31st. They're probably already having those conversations with family, friends, things like that, to let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing. And again, you get to decide. You are the business owner, but oftentimes we want the perks of entrepreneurship. We want the benefit of being the business owner, of nobody telling me what to do, of I'm in charge of my own time and life and schedule, which is awesome. But in order to get that, we oftentimes have to do the things that a lot of other people are unwilling to do. And a lot of other people are unwilling to work on the 30th or the 31st of December. Okay, so if you've got questions, definitely let me know. You can put them in the comment box or the chat box. And I'm not your boss. I'm not here to tell you when you should or shouldn't be working this business. I'm just here to tell you, with my 15 years experience, this is what I see. And this is a way that will, for some people, create a really incredible month for them. And they move their business forward and they still are sponsoring and they're hitting their goals. Or it can be kind of a dud month for other people. And it's really mindset and deciding if you really want to be that business owner or that entrepreneur in this season or not. And again, you get to decide 100% what that looks like. So anyways, those are the things that I wanted to cover tonight. I hope those things were helpful. I'm going to check the chat box to see if there's questions. Melanie Lee said she's gotten so much business just from people seeing her own personal testimony and change. And it is so true. People love that. Absolutely. Brittany, you're so cute. She said, as I'm talking about the 30 days healthy living, she's chowing down on dark chocolate and almonds. Girl, no, there's no judgment here, right? We all do all of those things. But it's just that awareness and then really being willing to engage. So does anybody have any comments, questions? Anybody from the leadership team have anything that they want to share in regards to the January 6th group, maybe that I missed, or the workshop? Brittany, do you want to unmute if you're in a place where you can unmute and just ask? Oh, shoot. Oh, she said one moment. Okay, yeah, it's not coming through good.
Okay. Hey, what were you talking about? The special that was just released? I didn't understand.
So there is, and either Amy or I can tag you in it, but there is the nutrition set special. It's our regular nutrition ASVP special. It is coming right now if people place an order with a duffel bag that's got the Arbonne logo on it, as well as
a face wash.
And the face wash.
Okay, and that's the $266 if they do preferred client, but then it's $324 after something else. I don't know.
Yeah, probably like with the sign up, but they're getting the bag for free, the wash for free, shipping for free, and then they also, because it's over a $250 value, they're also getting another free product from the free product list that we have. And Amy can tell you or send you an image of what that is. Okay. So it's a huge value for people because they're getting all those extras for the same price as what people have been traditionally just paying for the 30-day products package, which is still a great deal. It's 40% off. These are just some extra things to help kind of incentivize people. And don't forget, I do feel like Arbonne threw a lot at us this month, but I am grateful for it. But like the sheet masks with the satin pillow and all that kind of stuff, super fun. The Fido Sport with the exercise bands and the water bottle, fun. You know, just don't feel like you have to bombard people with everything that we have, like every special, and be sending them that. But also know that you have a lot of tools in your toolbox to be offering people. And so just be listening when you're visiting with people, when you're out and about, when you're at your job, for ways to be sharing all that you have to share with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So does anyone else have questions, comments, thoughts?
I did have another question.
Let's hear it.
How long each night this week? You said around 8 p.m. Were you thinking like an hour?
No, my goal is to keep them to 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Pretty short. I don't think people would watch an hour live. So about 20 minutes is what I'm hoping to get the content in on. So on the image on the Facebook team page about the workshop kind of launch pad for 2020, there's the themes for all 5 nights. So the goal is not to try to decide for people what night you would invite them to, but that you would invite them to a 5-night free workshop. So, which I think, honestly, if someone reached out to me and said like, hey, I'd love to invite you to a 5-night like workshop about holistic living, I'd be like, that sounds awesome. Like, that's just not something I've ever really been offered by anybody else or seen. And so I think if we can create a lot of good value and content for them, I think it can really do a lot of awesome things. So, and that's how I want people to see us, is that we provide value and resources, not just every time we reach out to you, we're asking for a sale of a product, right? So we're here to serve and really love people and help them have healthy living and lifestyles. So anybody else have anything else before we hop off?
Missy, quick question.
Yeah.
If we invite people and they aren't able to come, are we sharing a recording or no? It's just live.
So every time you do a live in a group, they get automatically recorded.
Oh, right, because it's Facebook.
Yep. And so what I'm going to do is after we do them all, after I do all 5 nights, then I'm going to create a unit section in that virtual group and title it like 5-night workshop or whatever, launchpad workshop, so that if people somewhere between like the 26th to the 31st or after are like, oh, I'd love to watch that, they don't have to like scroll through the feed. They'll just be able to go to the units and see those videos and the homework.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and where you can tag people or people can comment later, because they'll all be, they just get recorded and archived in there. So great question. Cool. All right. Well, if you all don't have anything else, I don't see anything else in the chat box. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I love you guys so much. And I do want to let you know, I know that I have posted several times like, hey, I'm going to post a recording. I am not being flaky in this. Literally, my husband's laptop has been at the shop for like, we're going on week 5, and he brought it home yesterday, and today it is not working, and it's going back to the shop. So anyways, I cannot pull the videos, the recordings with my iPad functions. So as soon as we get our regular computer back, I will be updating all that. But at this point, I would say you have to be on live on the huddles on Sunday night in order to get what we're talking about and stay connected with everybody. But anyways, all right, love you all so much. Thanks for hopping on. So excited, looking forward to the workshop tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be a great segue as we head into the middle of this month. So, all right, love you all so much. Get some sleep.